Yesterday we were discussing this, how to sharpen the 5 controlling faculties. We came to a 4th factor, namely Sabhaya Kriyaya, and among this, suitability, working suitability. There are 7 suitabilities, and among them the Iriyabhata Sabhaya, the suitability of posture, was also mentioned. And we also discussed how out of these 4 postures, you choose one of these postures which suits you most, and try to practice with this posture for 3 days and see whether you can cultivate concentration if you have not cultivated one. And if you have already cultivated one, can you deepen this concentration? Then you can say that this kind of Iriyabhata posture, namely the posture that you have chosen, is suitable. Iriyabhata Sabhaya. So in the beginning, which is the most important posture among these 4 postures? The Buddha has given this in the beginning of the great discourse on the 4 applications of mindfulness. As one should practice with the legs crossed in the bottom part of the body, with the legs crossed, and then with the upper part of the body straight, keeping the upper part of the body straight at, say, 90 degrees. This is how the Buddha has given, recommended the posture of choice for the beginners. The reason why you are advised to keep your upper part of the body straight is that you have the spinal cord, and there are discs in the spinal cord, and these discs have to be placed upright, one on each other, one on each one another, so that they are placed, they are not bent. Otherwise, they will cause friction and become painful. So you keep your upper part of the body straight, so that you can sit for a long time with the lower part of the body cross-legged. So the reason is that, as for the other postures, if the yogi is walking all the time, this walking meditation encourages energy, viriya. So you need the exertion of energy in order to walk. If you are lying down, that's very easy and comfortable, because your head is already on the pillow and your body is stretched and with the eyes closed, so it's too comfortable. And standing, as regards standing posture, if you stand for a long time, you become stiff. You will stiffen your legs or the whole body, so that you will be able to bear it for a long time. So these 3 postures are not recommended for the beginners, namely walking, lying, and standing. Walking encourages energy. Every time you, in every step that you make, you have to apply attention. You have to do it attentively with the application of energy in order to lift and place your foot. And more so when you have to do with attention in lifting, moving, and placing. You need a lot of attention and viriya. So walking is too much energetic, and if it's too energetic, with too much energy, then the mind cannot be concentrated easily. There will be a lot of distraction and restlessness. And as for the lying down posture, Iriyabhata, that also is too easygoing, too comfortable, so that when you are lying down and noting whatever is rising and falling, you are noting easily without much effort. So soon you feel so comfortable and laid back, you'll be overcome by the sloth and torpor, tina mida. So very soon you'll crash out, because your head is already on the pillow and the body being stretched out, eyes closed, and what else do you need? All you need is just fall asleep. being overcome by Tina, Meda, Stop and Topo. And standing also, you cannot stand for a long time. Of course, later you can practice these postures. You can stand after some time, after making a practice. If you have a practice, you may be able to stand 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours even. But these Riyapata postures are not suitable for the beginners. That's why for the beginners, the Buddha has encouraged or recommended sitting posture with the lower part of the body cross-legged and the upper part of the body erect. And when you are doing sitting meditation, all you have to do is just apply your energy once to keep your body erect. That's all you have to do. You don't need much energy. And not too little energy, not too much energy. So the Buddha has recommended for the beginners this sitting meditation. However, you have to walk also, alternate with sitting in the beginning. So it is better for the beginners to walk and sit in turn, which is a better form of meditation. Buddha has given his Anguttara Nikaya, Panchaka Nipata, the benefits of walking meditation. Said monks walking meditation have these benefits. There are 5. Walking meditation, known as Chankama, is different from just strolling as an exercise. This Chankama means walking meditation means walking back and forth. If, say, for instance, the walking place is 60 feet long, then you walk from one end to another end of the 60 feet and then back again, and from one end to another again, back and forth. In this way, such kind of walking with mindfulness is what is known as Chankama, walking meditation. What some people misunderstand is that walking meditation means just to stroll, make a stroll or walking exercise in order to overcome tiredness. So that one will not be able to control oneself, and one may be walking like ordinary strolling. Such is a misunderstanding. So if one is walking just to overcome tiredness as an exercise or just strolling for fun, then one will not be able to concentrate one's mind, because the mind which is concentrated has to be carried over to sitting meditation, so that this concentration will also be carried over to sitting. You can continue this sitting concentration during sitting. So in order to get this concentration as a result of walking, you've got to be mindful of every step. For instance, if you are noting lifting, placing, every lifting and placing should be focused. You focus your attention on this lifting, heavy lifting and placing, and be mindful of these movements. When you are doing 3 parts, namely lifting, moving and placing, you should focus your attention on every lifting, every moving and every placing, so that your mind becomes focused and concentrated on these objects as they arise. Such is doing walking meditation back and forth, not just strolling, not just doing an exercise to overcome tiredness. Such is known as Chankama. So in this walking back and forth meditation, there are 5 kinds. And the first of these 5 kinds is that you are able to cover long distances, because you have made it a practice with your legs, giving exercise to your legs, so that when it comes to walking long distance, you'll be able to do it without any problem, because you've been habituated to it. You can easily cover 1 or 2 miles. If otherwise, you won't be able to cover such long distances. Such is the benefit. First of the 5 benefits, namely ability to cover long distances. The second benefit of these 5 benefits is Paranakama Hoti. Padana means energy or virya, heroic energy. Energy in terms of practice of meditation. In the case to do meditation, you got to exert energy all the time, applying ardent energy, as is given last time. Yutta, Payutta. Yutta means ordinary energy, and Payutta means stepped up or boosted energy. Not to be lax or easygoing. One must possess heroic courage. And otherwise there will be no meaning in walking meditation. You may think that walking is just a boring exercise. So instead of thinking like this, you should apply necessary energy. This has to be done with virya. The reason is that you need virya to do it, and walking also encourages virya. You should cherish this practice instead of thinking that this is just nothing, no meaning, and nonsense. You should think that it is necessary, something you should be done, something you should do, and you should cherish this walking meditation. For the practicing yogi, you should apply energy in layers. Even in doing ordinary steps, left step, right step, you are applying ordinary energy. More so if you have to use these 3 stages or 3 steps, namely lifting, moving and placing. In order to cause the step, you take a step, you have to apply energy. And when you're doing lifting, moving and placing, you apply more and more energy. In every step, one has to apply energy so as not to miss these objects as they arise. Not in a relaxed or casual manner, but with the application of ardent energy, wakefully, diligently, alertness and activeness, actively. Then only you'll be able to follow these steps as they arise. Left step, right step, or lifting and placing, or lifting, moving and placing. For instance, if you are doing lifting of your foot, first of all you apply ordinary energy to begin with. You follow it through from beginning to the end of lifting, so that all the sabhavas, the sensations will become evident, and otherwise it will be only all these things will have to be observed. The essential qualities have to be observed in the process of lifting. Otherwise you will not see anything. It will be just imaginations, just conceptual knowledge. Instead of conceptual knowledge, it has to be experiential knowledge, what you observe during lifting. So you become the owner of the virya. In this way you can cultivate concentration. And as is given that when you apply on mindfulness, with the mind energetically focus on the object, sustaining your mindfulness, then before you are able to cultivate concentration, you may be seeing just the form of the foot, or the manner of just lifting or placing, or lifting, moving or placing in the beginning. But so long as your mind is focused on your foot, the movement of the foot, this is good enough. You will be able to cultivate only ordinary concentration. So the mind will not go elsewhere. The mind will be focused on this object. This is good enough. If only your mind is focused on the object, lifting object, that means the foot, then the mind will not go elsewhere. There will be no restlessness. Although if it's restless, then there will be no value. So long as your mind is on the foot, the mind will not go elsewhere. You are gaining something, that is ordinary concentration. Ordinary concentration as a result of focused attention. So just this concentration is good enough, and you should apply this energy all the time so that you are able to see things true nature as is given last time. One of the factors of sharpening the faculties, Satya Kriyaya, working perseveringly, continuously, so as not to miss anything. Be continuous in your mindfulness with ardent energy. First with the ordinary energy, then stepped up energy, so that the energy will be applied in layers, without any gap. First ordinary energy, and then stepped up, boosted energy. Same thing goes with the 3 stages of mindfulness, namely lifting, moving, and placing. You should apply heroic energy, because walking meditation gives an encouragement. It encourages virya. It tends to cultivate. You tend to cultivate virya bala, the power of energy, through walking meditation. And when the virya bala, if the virya bala is not sharp, blunt, then you can sharpen it by walking meditation. So only with the quality of energy is such that it will block the path to mental impurities, corruptions. Instead, it will open the way to pure mind, kusala, skillful deeds, skillful states of mind, and so that only good states of mind will enter your stream of consciousness as a result of virya. So virya should be applied in layers so that they are continuous, and such is the second benefit of doing walking meditation, that it encourages virya. It's not just virya alone which is in the main. The virya can lead to the application of mindfulness, so that there can also arise sati bala, the power of mindfulness. With the power of mindfulness, your mind will become one-pointed on the object noted, thus giving rise to samadhi bala, power of concentration. This should be involved in every lifting, moving, and placing at the very moment. And during this lifting, moving, and placing are these materiality, mentality, nama, rupa. They're conditioned things. They're changing all the time in stages. In the lifting, during lifting also, there are these mentality, materiality occurring in pairs, nama, rupa. In the lifting, for instance, there is the intention to lift, followed by the lifting process in stages. So is also in moving, in the movement of the foot. There is this intention to move in stages, followed by the actual moving in stages. So intention is the mentality, and the actual movement is the materiality. In placing also, there is the intention to place your foot down, followed by the actual placing process in stages. Such are the stages of mentality, materiality, which are occurring during this lifting, moving, and placing. So the mind should be mindful of the lifting, moving, and placing, in order to observe this mentality, materiality. And in order to observe that, you've got to do it slowly. Lift slowly, move slowly, and place slowly, as few as possible. In the text it's given that it should be like pulling or pushing a cart with a water tank on it. In Asia, some people carry water on a cart in a tank, sometimes full to the brim, and they just push it or pull it to their destination. If to do that, one has got to pull and push on a level ground. Otherwise, if it's done on a rough ground, then water will spill over, and you'll be losing precious material, water, especially in times of water shortages. Now the yogis are walking in the same way. Some are very mindful. Some of the yogis are found mindful. They are doing lifting, moving, and placing very slowly. So in walking meditation, the recommended stages are that for in 1 hour you divide into 3. The first 20 minutes should be devoted to left, right, in a rough way, mindful in a very rough way. Then the second 20 minutes will be devoted to lifting and placing, Only in the end, the last 20 minutes should be devoted to lifting, moving and placing slowly in accordance with the text, what has been given in the text. One should behave or practice like a sick person. So in this lifting, moving and placing are these mentality materialities, Nama Rupa. You should be able to observe these things clearly. And if you do so, you are bound to see the conditioned things, such as the intention to lift is the cause, resulting in the actual lifting process, which is the materiality. So here, the mentality is the cause, and the materiality of lifting is the effect. And in moving your foot, the intention to move your foot is the cause, giving rise to the effect in terms of actual movement of the foot. So the cause here is the mentality, and the effect, the result is the materiality, namely the actual movement of the foot. The same thing with placing. Wishing or intending to place your foot is the cause, and actual placing process is the effect. In this way, you come to observe the conditionality of mind and body. And then you will observe also the arising and passing away, that they are not stationary for one moment. In this way, you come to see the nature of mind and body. And in order to do so, you have to do it slowly in accordance with what has been given in the text. That is the Suttanta, the discourses. Now Suttanta means Sutta means carpenter's string, which serves as a ruler. The carpenter uses a string in the old days. I don't think they're using anymore. But they use it as a ruler, to cut things, to cut the wood. Otherwise, they will not be able to cut it straight. So you have to act according to the discourse, according to the sutta or suttanta. Otherwise, you will go wrong. And the third benefit is abhambasohoti, that is freedom from disease, ailment. That means you will become healthy as a result of walking meditation. When you are eating something, especially those with a lot of fat, and if you don't move, if you're not active, then this fat materials will not be digested, because there's no heat in the body. You need heat in order to digest your cholesterol. If you do walking, then there will be heat in the body, the blood will circulate. Due to the circulation of the body, there will be the digestion of cholesterol that you may have taken, so that you become healthy. So in this regard also, it is that benefit, it is important. And the fourth benefit is digestion of whatever you take, drink or lick, they'll all be digested. And then all the nutrients that you have taken will help in your metabolism so that you will become healthy. The last one is the stabilize, strengthen the concentration. Every time you walk, every time you move, lifting, moving and placing, there is this ordinary energy that you apply in order to apply your mindfulness, to be mindful. Then as much as you are mindful, because you are using focused attention, Viriya Bala also will arise, will happen. The power of energy. And because of your focused attention on every lifting, moving and placing, you are bound to observe the realities of mind and body, the nature of mind and body, their conditionality and their changes. So you are momentarily concentrating your mind on the object arisen, noted. So there comes about this sati bala, the power of mindfulness, and samadhi bala, the power of concentration. Quite a lot, very significant. They are not trivial. So if you are able to focus your attention on lifting only, for instance, just the lifting process, you are bound to deepen your concentration by stages, quite a lot of concentration. And when you are doing moving, focusing your attention on moving, noting as moving, your mind will become concentrated. There will be a lot of concentration, significant amount of concentration. Similarly, when placing, if you are applying your mindfulness on placing, as much as you are mindful, you will be deepening your concentration, and there will be a lot of concentration, significant amount of concentration as regards placing. So that the mind will not be restless, there will be no distraction, and the mind will be consistent and become one-pointed. So that with the walking meditation, you are able to strengthen, you are able to prolong the power of energy. So that energy will last for a long time. If it is good, if the energy is good, then you are able to apply your mindfulness and deepen your concentration so that they will become energized stage by stage, leading to panya bala, the power of wisdom, in terms of the understanding of the nature of mind and body, such as the discernment or definition of mind and body, their conditionality, and the universal characteristics. In this way, you are able to cultivate discriminating wisdom. Such are the benefits of walking meditation. They are very helpful in the practice. So while walking, this walking concentration, Changama Samadhi, will become steadfast and will become durable, will stay for a very, very long time. So in order to do that, one has got to practice in accordance with what has been given in the Sutta discourses correctly and exactly, so that this walking concentration will be carried over to sitting concentration. So from walking you go to sitting, and first standing, noting standing, then slowly noting sitting as your body sinks down in stages. All these movements will be noted so that there will be no disruption of, no gaps in concentration, so that the concentration is said to be carried over from walking to sitting, so that the concentration becomes very steadfast and will last for a very long time. So it is necessary to cultivate this viriya, kanika samadhi, in order to cultivate insight. One has to accumulate this kanika samadhi, momentary concentration, without any gap. Otherwise, the practice will become very weak, and your knowledge, your awareness will not become sharp. Only when you are able to deepen your concentration will your awareness become sharp, because concentration can sharpen your awareness. So whoever wants to sharpen your awareness will try to deepen one's concentration and cultivate. Try to deepen one's concentration and cultivate. Try to